Hello guys, welcome to the fifth part of the video. I managed to install all the computer parts inside the case. Right now the computer looks very decent in my opinion. I cleaned the motherboard entirely and it doesn't have any dust on it. I just made sure myself that the motherboard is very clean. I also make a few adjustments here inside the case because there were a lot of the missing things. They were very important to for the computer to actually run fine and without any hiccups. So I'm going to start with I also installed the 3 fan, one here in the rear, one here, right here in the front for the hard drive, and the third for the video card. This small fan here, it looks very bad and is actually improvised, as you can see. One screw and 2 sticks here that actually holds the fan in place. It unfortunately doesn't have any holes that you can actually put it in one place and hold it there, because you also have half of the hole that's you see is right here is separated in one side and in all sides. So I had to improvise something. It doesn't look very nice, but I'm sure that he is going to make a better job, because this passive cooling that it has a heatsink, when it's stressing on during the benchmark or the games, you will get very hot. Yeah. And the node bridge has the thermal compound change, or the same goes for the CPU and for the Geforce Mx4000. I installed the bracket because the bracket in my previous videos there wasn't here, so I had to look for it, and actually I found it and I installed here, because if you look in the back of the case of the computer, it only has 4 USBs, 2 here and 2 here. Very important thing that I want to share with you is when you're actually assembling by any computer, not this Pentium 4 computer, this old computer, any computer, you have to be very carefully. As you can see right here, these metal plates right here, these ones, one here and the other right here. Make sure that this one it doesn't actually go straight to the USB of the computer, as you can see right here. I made a mistake when I assembled this computer, and this one, instead of being here on top, it was actually straight through here. So this metal piece right here was entering into the USB, and it's very bad if you assemble the components of the case. You'll cause a lot of problems. So please be careful and make sure these metal things right here, okay, and this one actually turned, yeah, it doesn't touch the metal connectors of the motherboard. I had some of the problems with the other computers, and I couldn't find the problem, and actually this IO shield was actually in contact with the motherboard of the connectors. You're actually probably representing the ground, and when you actually use it, after a period of time, it's starting to causing a lot of problems. Yeah. So please be careful. Okay, the other things that I changed here, I changed the power supply. The power supply that I'm using right here is made in Germany. It's made by Intertech. This one is 520 watts, and these are the specs for the power supply. For the, let's focus here, on the 5 volts rail it has 20 amps. On the first and the second rail of 12 volts it has 18, and for the third rail it has 0.3 amps, and for the 5 volts rail it has 2.5 amps. Yeah, the cable management doesn't look very nice, but there's nothing. Unfortunately, I couldn't find more zip ties that I can use, so I had to use some of the FTP wiring that was left inside. So actually, to hold the wires away from the CPU and the motherboard heatsink, and also from the memory. And right now, and another aspect that I want to talk is just this optical drive, the optical plexer. I actually tried to test it, and it actually doesn't spin. It has the same problem as the LG. I'm not sure what happened. I think when in that period of time, probably when I bought it, probably I assuming that the warranty has expired, and probably I was just left inside there in my computer. So right now, yeah, it doesn't bother me. I can still use the DVD burner. This one was bought in that period of time also, probably 6 months or a year after this one was actually failed, and I can use this one instead of the DVD anyway. Yeah. This was my power supply that was installed here. You probably do remember about this one. It's no-name power supply made by Pentium 4, for Pentium 4 actually, as it has 350 watts. These are the specs. And what I want to tell you, there is another important thing. These USBs and the front panel, from the front panel of the case. Right here, the microphone and the headphones, pardon, and the two USBs. I cannot, unfortunately, I cannot connect it here from the motherboard. I look in the manual. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the manual for this case. This is very weird. You can actually install here. There's right here. You can actually install the front USBs, but I did once to one computer that it has the same problem, and the connectors were actually wouldn't work. And actually, when I tried to install there in Windows, of course, something for the drivers, we actually burned something else. So I recommend that if the case of the older ones, because you will only find these kind of problems that are causing only with the old computers like this one, because this one was designed for a different motherboard, and this is another motherboard for a different type of computer. So yeah, this is actually normal, but anyway, the case is quite strange, so I couldn't connect the front panel. Yeah, which is bad in my opinion, but yeah, anyway. These are the cable management that I showed you earlier. Yeah. Also, the memory has 3 GB installed. In the dual channel that I want, that I blues, it has 1 gig, 1 gig, actually 2 GB, and the another two module of the memory has 512 each. So you actually 3 GB in total. Yeah. Okay, in the sixth part I'm going to see how the software works for the Windows 7 or the Windows XP, and see how the game is running, and all the benchmarks that are needed. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, I'm here to answer you all the time. Thank you. Bye.